Hello, my friend. Hello, 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 my friend. Hello, my friend. Hello, my friend. Hello, my beautiful, beautiful friend. My beautiful, 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 beautiful friend. Yes, yes, yes. How are you doing? How are you doing? How are you doing today? I know it's been a minute since the last fursuit video. I know it's been a while, but we're here now, right? And that is what truly matters at the end of the day. Today I just wanted to hang out with you for a little bit, and just talk. And I wanted to show you something really cool. Something really cool that I've been so excited to show you. Yes. I've been so gosh darn excited to show you. So let me grab it. Let me grab the little baby. This is a little plushie of my Sona, as you can see. And it's so gosh darn cute. This was a gift by the wonderful, great Fur, a wonderful friend of mine. And he gave me this wonderful plushie of my Sona, and I thought it would be fun to just do a little bit of ASMR with the baby. The little baby. So, we're just gonna go over all the details of my Fursona, and then I'm gonna go over my ref sheet, which I printed out to just kind of talk about it and like over-explain it, because I find videos where people talk about one thing and like over-explain it. I just find it so nice personally, and I thought, why not try it out, but do it while talking about my Fursona, how I came up with it, the origins, all the different types of Fursonas I've had, showing you some art, and just relax together, because you, my friend, you deserve to relax at this moment, because nobody needs anything at all from you. Isn't that right? Yeah. Even the little baby agrees. Yes. Anyways, it was important for me to remind you as well over the fact that you are so gosh darn cute. Oh my goodness. Like, look at you. You're so gosh darn cute. You're adorable. And I'm so grateful that you decided to hang out with me for a little bit. Thank you so much. Thank you. I really appreciate it. And don't forget, you're loved. And I love you. A big kiss. To you, my dear. So, what I love about this little plushie is how cute it is, right? Like, look at that. the little details, all the little details, all the little details that went into making this is just spectacular. Spectacular, spectacular. And I just love how accurate to my Sona it is. I love how accurate to my Fursona it is. But in order for me to continue talking about my Sona, I'll have to switch to my human paws, because I'll be honest, it's really hard, really hard to use these paws and grip onto different things. So, we're gonna do a little magic trick, alright? Look at that. Now, I think I'll be able to properly talk about my Sona and be able to do a little bit of ASMR with the Plushy, and then I'm gonna go over a little bit of my ref sheet. I printed this out, however, I think we were running out of a specific color, and it didn't come out exactly 100% correct. So, my Sona kind of looks demonic slightly. But it's okay, you know. That aside, it's still pretty accurate. And I think I didn't do a good job with it because I printed it out and his paws are gone. And that's like the best thing. And they're like, they're completely gone. But that's okay. We're gonna go over this a little bit later in the video. So first things first. We're gonna talk about this little Plushy and all the similarities that this Plushy has with my suit. And I have a little tool next to me. And I'm gonna be using this. Actually, maybe we'll use a yellow one, actually. Is it this one? Yep, it is. We're gonna use a yellow one and maybe switch later. And it's such a cute little pen. It has like a little fuzz. A little fuzzy. A little fuzzy. A little fuzzy. So, let's start off by the little stripies on his little body. As you can see, there is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 3 on each side. And it's really cute because what I love about my Sona's design is the fact that the little stripies go from the little red side and kind of like attach themselves to the main part of his body, the white torso. And as you can see, the stripes are yellow, orange, yellow, orange, and yellow. And it's so cute because it just, I don't know, I just love this so much. But what I love most is that these are my favorite colors. Red, as you can see, the red, the yellow, and the orange. And this was kind of like an unintentional, is that the right English word? Unintentional design choice. But the ears kind of came out as little candy corns. This was not intentional whatsoever. I was trying to go for a design that was using my favorite colors and that kind of incorporated like a technique of kind of like fading. So like starting with the bright color, going slightly to the darker one, while red being the main color. And I think you can tell by the ear on this side how cool it does this little like fading. Like it's not like color blocking, but like instead of like gradient, it goes from like yellow, a little stripe representing the upcoming color, and another stripe representing the upcoming color till it goes to the other one. So it kind of blends in together in a really interesting and like stripy way, because I like sharp designs. Like I really love like the sharpness of the designs and how like cluttered the stripies are at the back, and how the stripies work themselves by transitioning to the next color. So that's how this was kind of like an unintentional design choice. This kind of looks like a candy corn, doesn't it? Anyways, so going back to the stripies on this side, there is yellow, orange, yellow, orange, yellow, the white, and the white on his muzzle. As you can see over here, we have the white as well, and a little stripey here, a little orange stripey. If I had a full suit, I'd be able to show you how it looks very similar to the plushie, but I only have a partial, and I think partials are amazing in my opinion, because doing full suiting in ASMR, it would get really hot really quickly. And alone with just a head, it's like summer in here, while it's like a different season in reality. But another thing that you can notice on the plushie in my fursuit is that I have little cheek stripes. 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 1, 2. And the same thing on the plushie. 1, 2, 1, 2. So I love the reason why I incorporated this design choice in my Fursona. It's because in American, is it called American football? English isn't my first language, so to me, like football would be the one where you're like running and kicking the ball, right? But in English-speaking countries, it's actually more so like football is the one where you're like running and like throwing the ball, while soccer is the one where you're like walk and like kick the ball. But in my opinion, it makes more sense if it was called football, the soccer, like because you're playing with your feet and you're kicking the ball. But I'll take what it's called. But in American football, I've noticed this like trend on guys where they put this like black like cheek stripes. I don't know if it's like a military thing or what it is, but I find that so cool, and I love that so much, and I felt like I needed to incorporate that. I know some people think that this is supposed to be like a blush, but it's actually just supposed to be like those little two stripies. Those two little stripies. So, as you can see, the plushie also has them, along with my fursuit. And I love that so much, personally. I love that so much. And I had to use a different color of red, just so, like, there wouldn't be too much of one type of red. So as you can see, the eyebrows are also a different color of red to kind of bring my Sona together in a cohesive type of way. Originally, the earlier version of my Sona, if I remember correctly, the cheek stripes were orange and the eyebrows were orange, but I find that do not really complement my Sona as much, so I introduced another color palette, like another color palette, which was the darker red. It's hard to see, but the nose is the same color as well. And the tongue is technically the same, but the tongue is more of a recent type of change to my Sona. So as you can also tell, he also has the dark red nose. The dark red nose. And the little eyebrows. The little eyebrows. And in the actual version of my ref sheet, it was not possible to be done in the fursuit, but I detail that my Sona actually has. He has like a little slit on the side of the eyebrow. Or is it this one? Wait. Give me a second. I already forgot. That's not good. Okay, it's this one. It's this eyebrow. So this eyebrow is a normal eyebrow, but this outer eyebrow is supposed to have like a slit and a slit. And I don't know if you can kind of see that with the Plushy. Like right here. It's separated into two parts. 1, 2, 3. And the reason why I incorporated that, it was kind of a homage to my previous Fursona, which also had a very similar detail, and also had the little cheek stripes. So it was kind of a way to honor that previous Fursona that I had, and just incorporate them, like the little piece of them, into that new design, which is this one. However, it wasn't possible to be done in this fursuit. So the reason why it looks like two normal eyebrows is just because the way it came to be. Another thing about my Fursona is, if you notice on the Plushy, he has a normal ear and a little slit on this side. A little slit. It wasn't possible to be done on this version of the fursuit, but technically there's supposed to be a little slit. A little slit. I kind of don't know why I did that to my Fursona, but I just thought it would be very interesting to have like I don't know, like a unique design choice. I find that there's a lot of Sonas that have that, and I'm like, I love that. I absolutely love that. So I had to include it. One other thing that my Sona originally had, where the slit was, and on the other ear were two piercings on each side. I decided to kind of drop that because I felt like it was not necessary to include in this version of my Sona, because I feel like it would have been too much, including a nose ring. So I decided to kind of simplify it by removing that feature, because in my previous Sona I also had a nose ring and piercings on each side of the ear, but I decided to not give it an homage, is so much the right word, to honor the little old Sona. I just simply poured over the little stripes and the little slits on the eyebrows, which are the only things I brought over from my previous Fursona. So, we spoke over about the little stripies at the front, the little cheek stripes. I don't know if they have like a specific name to them. I don't know if they do, but I just call them little cheek stripies. I find that to be just like a nice little simple way of going about it, right? Another thing we spoke over about was the ears and how they look like candy corns. The next thing we can talk about is the hair. The little hair. Originally the hair was supposed to look much different. It was supposed to be yellow and then red. But I realized that it looks a lot better, in my opinion, if the red goes first. So it kind of like incorporates the main part of the Fursona and then transitions to yellow without having orange. Because I feel like if I incorporated red, orange, and yellow, I feel like it would look too much like the ears. So I decided to just simply transition from red to yellow. And you can kind of see that with the hair. And the reason why hair is like this, it's because my Sona's hair is spiky and it goes up. Because I felt like having my hair go downwards didn't complement my Sona with its sharpness, with the stripes and how sharp everything is. So another detail that I decided to go for was to add a little sharpness, but also with the hair. So as you can see, it goes like, instead of going, it goes upwards. It has that little sharpness to it, which I felt was really important for my Fursona to have. To have the theme of sharpness and stripies, warm colors and how sharp. Warm colors, they're kind of like in your face type of thing, right? While like blue colors, cool colors, are more mellow. And I feel like having, like, if my Sona was, instead of red, orange, and yellow, if it was instead blue, green, and purple, let's say, I feel like everything would have to be a little bit more wavy, I feel like, to kind of complement the coolness and the, like, chill vibes of those colors. But I feel like warm colors are more like red in your face type of thing. I felt like it would work, right? So, another thing you can notice about my Fursona is that there are stripes all over his body, but not the head. The head doesn't have any stripies besides the stripies in the ears, because I feel like it would be too much if I did so. So there is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. There's 13 stripies at the back, and they're orange, orange, yellow, orange, orange, yellow, 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 orange, yellow, orange, yellow, and yellow again. And to kind of keep going with the flow of things, it continues on detail as well. So you can see red, a stripe, orange, a stripe, stripe, yellow, stripe, stripe, and white. And it works the same way as well with that. It works the same way as the leggies, and the arms, the arms. The same thing for the arms, stripey, orange, stripey, yellow, stripey, white. And then to kind of go back to that color, I decided to do red paws. As you can see, the little red paws with the 1, 2, 3, 4 beans, and the little paw at the bottom. 1, 2, 3, 4, and the bean. 1, 2, 3, 4, and the bean. And on the other hand as well. 1, 2, 3, 4, and the bean. And all of them are red, to kind of go back as the transition between the colors happen, to kind of go back to the color that predominantly takes place on my design. So those are like the main things, and I genuinely just so I love the like transition of colors so much. The stripies, 1, 2, 3, 4, and the stripies on the other side, 1, 2, 3, 4. On the stripies here, 1, 2, 3, 4, and the other stripies here, 1, 2, 3, 4. And I just love the way it works, the red nose, the cheek stripes, the eyes, the color of the eye, which didn't come out the exact same way as the reference sheet, because originally the eyes are supposed to be more so like this. It's supposed to be like color blocking type of thing, and you can kind of notice that the eyes have red, orange, and yellow, and it's not a shading, it's just the way the eye. I thought it would be cool to incorporate same thing about the ears, the arms, the legs, and the tail. So the same thing goes for the eyes. And with the little eye mark around the eye. So in this version, the suit only has orange. Originally, it was supposed to have red, orange, and yellow. But the fursuit version works really well regardless of the little detail not being there. I feel like it works really well, and I love it so much. There's just such a comfort to it. I don't know what it is, but I just love, 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 love. Absolutely love it. So, I'm really grateful for this little plushie, and I'll be honest, I've always wanted a plushie of my Sona. I don't know. I know a lot of people in the fandom have Sonas, plushies of their Sonas, and my dream at some point would be to hopefully have plushies as merch. That'd be the dream. Absolutely, that'd be a dream. So I hope that as the new year comes by, that we can achieve that little dream. I hope we can. Because it would be so cool, and I feel like as merch it would make kind of sense to have that. I feel like it would make sense, right? Because I would do ASMR, and a plushie is just a perfect little thing to just kind of cuddle with. And I'm guilty. I'm very guilty when it comes down to it. I cannot sleep without cuddling something. I feel like I struggle more sleeping if I'm not like cuddling some form of plushie. In fact, you can kind of see it at the back, but I have a little like long plushie that I usually sleep with because it brings comfort and makes me fall asleep really quickly, along with listening to ASMR, right? So that's a bit of the plushie, and hopefully in the future we can definitely get little furry ASMR plushies of my Sona Manny. Oh, that's another thing. My Sona's name, I went through a lot of changes. Originally, it was called Mix, for Manny in the Mix. So it was supposed to be Manny, me in the mix being my Sona. Then it went to Mainsters. That was the name of the Sona. But I felt like Manny was more simple, so I just kind of called him Manny because that's my real life nickname, and my Fursona is me at the end of the day. So my Sona is an extension of me as a person, I feel like. So I just simply called him Manny. And I'm gonna put the little plushie down in the meantime. But another thing, I can put some pictures. Originally, my Sona went through a lot of changes, right? It all started when I used to do videos around Minecraft, right? And I used to have a little grey wolf with red glasses and a Like You Superman shirt. But at the time, I just liked wolves. I had an obsession with wanting to become a werewolf. That's a long story, but I used to kind of like look on the internet finding ways, oh my goodness, how does one become a werewolf? And all of that. I had a very interesting phase with that. So, I've always loved werewolves, werewolf movies. So when I started that YouTube channel, I was like, you know what, let's do a wolf. I love wolves, they're cute. So I found this skin that had like a grey wolf and red glasses and a little Superman t-shirt. And then as I was making videos throughout, people were saying, are you furry? Are you furry? And I was like, what is a furry? Like, what does that mean? Like, what does that mean? Like, what is that? So I googled what a furry was, days, and I still wasn't a furry, but I was wearing an animal type of like skin in Minecraft, right? So I ended up searching what furry was, and I was like, interesting. Very interesting. So I ended up kind of being part of that furriness, but indirectly. So as things progressed, I made a proper version of my Sona, and it was very similar to the skin, but more unique in design. So it was gray, and I forgot did it have glasses or not. I don't remember on top of my head. I don't remember. Regardless, it was really cute. It was really cute. And then we fast forward, and my Sona went through a middle life crisis type of thing, and he kind of became a coyote indirectly, and it was very unintentional. But I loved the design was basically having tie-dye. I'm a big tie-dye fan. I love tie-dye. He had like a rainbow tie-dye shirt and like jeans, and he was a little coyote with like brown details and brown spots in his face. However, we fast forward yet again. My Sona takes a complete shift. This is when I was definitely more part of the furry community. And I really personally like this version of my Sona. So, an animal I really like was raccoons, right? And I thought it'd be kind of cool to incorporate the wolf and the raccoon into one. So I went with a similar color scheme, brown. And what I really liked about it is that it had like raccoon stripes all over him. You could kind of tell he was a raccoon, but it was mainly more of a wolf. But I loved the little tail that he had. It was brown. And the little stripies, little pink tongue. He had blue eyes. He had little piercings all over him. And just some other details which brought my Sona together in such a way that really gave me so much happiness. And then we fast forward to much later on, and we start going to the present at this point. This is where this version of my Sona starts being born. There's a lot of features that stayed the same, but a lot of them mainly changed. And you can kind of notice that more so in the official ref sheet of mine. This is probably one of my favorite ref sheets all time. It's made by Mighty Cactus, a wonderful and extremely talented artist. So gosh darn talented. And one of the biggest struggles for me when it came down to designing my Sona was the sole fact that I had a visual image of how it kind of looked like, but I could not get the words out of my mouth type of thing. I don't know if that makes any sense, but I find it really difficult to express myself. And I think it's because at a young age I moved to a different country that was speaking a completely different language than what I was used to. And as I was in my developing years, I I had a difficult time verbalizing my needs, right? And expressing what I want, right? So I would commission a lot of artists, but because of me, I wasn't able to properly get what I was looking for until I finally commissioned Mighty Cactus, which gave me this beautiful riff sheet, and I'm so happy with it. It took probably like 2 years to finally come in terms with the final version of my Sona. And this is it. Ignoring the demonic eyes. Because we were running really low on ink. the sharpness to it, the cheek marks, the eggshell white, the yellow, the red, the orange. He has a very sharp look to him. And I love, absolutely love how it came to be, right? So we spoke a bit about the Plushy and how it correlates to my Sona, a little bit on how I became a furry, and I just wanted to quickly show you the ref sheet. I absolutely love this ref sheet, apart from the fact that it took a while to finally get the right ref sheet right, because again, it takes time. It's not all roses and rainbows, right? The journey sometimes is a little bit bumpy, but the important thing is not giving up. It's not giving up. Because at one point, you'll be able to do it. So if you're having trouble with creating your Fursona or original character, no matter what it might be that you're trying to go for, it might take a bit of time to kind of get the final thing that you fully are in love with. But you must accept it's kind of like a learning process and a journey that takes time to get to. And I'm just really happy with how it came to be. So, ignoring the eyes, because you can kind of barely tell because of the ink. But the main colors again, red, a darker red for the nose and tongue. The eggshell white, it's not white, it's like a little eggshell type of white. Just so it's not too bright, it's more like mellow in color. Then the little ears with the little candy cornness about it. The little hand paw, the fluff. There's just so many details that I absolutely love about how it came to be. Absolutely love. Absolutely love. And if you can tell, the red kind of takes predominantly more for a portion and then transitions. So it's not as soon as the arm happens, it's like a little bit of red, and then orange and yellow and white. And similar with the tail, right? Similar with the tail. The stripes kind of like wrap themselves all around the Fursona line. Kind of like a big hug. And I love that so much. I absolutely loved it. And I wish I printed out all the different versions of my Sona, but it's okay because I'll just put them up on the screen on the video. So we have the original version, the next one, the one after that, the one after that, the one after that, and then this one. And again, creating your persona takes a lot of time, you know, because you just have to find a way to express yourself in a way that is true to yourself, right? And I feel like, you know, it just takes time. So if you're not happy with how your persona is at the moment, that's okay because it's a journey, right? And same with the original characters and so forth. And personally, because I feel like it's kind of like common misconception, like you don't have to have a Fursona to be part of the furry community. You can be part of it without having a Fursona, in my opinion. And same with some people that are not part of the furry community but have a Fursona, right? So there is no right and wrong at the end of the day. There is no right or wrong. As long as you're doing something that you are happy about, that is what matters at the end of the day. So cute. So I'm really proud with how it came to be, no matter how long the journey might have been. I'm really happy how it all came together, kind of like a nice circle, 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 like a nice circle, 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 with a nice bow to it, and the little ribbons, and the little ribbons, and the little ribbons, and the little ribbons. Well, this is the end product that we have come to terms with, and I'm really happy with it. And then I would love to know about how your Fursona came to be. How did you become a furry? I'd love to know all about that, because everyone has such unique journeys when it comes down to that, I feel like. So I'd love to know in the comments what your journey was like, and how you came up with your Fursona, how it all came together, how you became a furry, all of that. And if not furry, because you don't have to be a furry to enjoy ASMR that has furry content in it, right? What do you enjoy about the furry fandom, right? Because there's so many aspects to it that exist about the furry fandom that a lot of people come from all sorts of different directions. So I'm very curious about everyone's journeys. My friend, my friend, my friend, my friend, my friend, my friend. And that was a little bit of me over-explaining my furry Fursona. I meant to say Fursona, but the word that came first was furry. Anyways, that was a little bit about my Fursona. All the little details, the cheek stripes, the red nose, the red tongue, the eyes, the eyebrows, the ears. And I'd love to try some quick ASMR with the Plushy. Let's try it out. So, in the meantime, let's try to give some ASMR to this little friend right here. To this little friend. Hello. And just brush. His hand paws. Little stripies on the side, the little arms, the paws, the little nose, his little smile. Cheek strips, and the cheek strips on this other side, and then his little ears, and the ears on this side, and then the hair. Belly, and his little belly stripes. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. And stripes on the back. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 3. And then this pause again. 1, 1, 1, 2, 2, 2, 3, 3, 3, and 4, 4, 4. And then his tail. 1, 1, 2, 2, 3, 3, 3, 4, 4, 4. 1, 2, 1, 2, 2, 2. It's really difficult to do this in pursuit because I can see this way and this way, but not this way. So I'm trying my best. Anyways, thank you so much for hanging out with me. It was so lovely to spend some time together, and I hope that you found this a little bit relaxing and kind of a little way to kind of get to know me a little bit more, because I don't really do personal videos. I try to stay more of on one topic and kind of, just kind of drift the lines of my personalness, and that, I don't know if that makes sense. So I don't know if you would want more personal videos like this, rather than, I don't know, a trigger assortment video, a roleplay type of video, or etc., right? So, thank you again for spending time with me, and never forget how much